Alright, folks, welcome to the last take of this episode number 2 of YouTube edition of Amateur Hour, the show where your host has no personality and no business broadcasting or trying to be entertaining. Today we're playing my only favorite arcade game from Taito/Nintendo, Bust a Move, where you play as Bob at the same time, trying to free little critters from bubbles by matching bubbles of the same color, 3 or more, to pop them. This came out in 1995 when I was in middle school. Enter or return goes into menus. Left or right, and right are your joystick movements. X shoots the bubbles. I'll be using the terms off color to refer to bubbles that you have loaded up that are not the color of any bubbles that you have access to. If the ceiling or the bubbles reaches the bar next to the shooter, then, as this screen shows, you lose. Here we go. The real aim of the game is to stack up bubbles underneath a cluster and then pop the cluster above. You only get the laser bubble guide. I'm going to kill this dog. On your first level, after you continue, also. But we're not going to continue. We're going to pretend we have 1 quarter. This arcadespot.com emulator, legal or not. Here we have an off-color green that we're going to stack up under a blue cluster and then pop the blues. Here we have red, green, off-color. There are no clusters or doubles of green, so we're going to fire it under or stack up under a red cluster. And here we go. We pop the clusters. The bubbles underneath fall down, and my highest score is 4 million something. I've gotten to level 71 off of the 7 credits that this arcadespot.com emulator, legal or not, gives you. Knowing that red can actually go into that spot, that tiny spot on the right, if you shoot it just right like I just did. That's key, knowing you can be that accurate. Oops, I wasn't that time. Sometimes it punishes you for being inaccurate. The algorithm somehow knows if you're making sloppy shots, too many sloppy shots, and not hitting the doubles or clusters. And you start to get only off colors. Sometimes it's more forgiving. Another strategy is, if you don't know what to do with an off color, shoot it into the corner. Into the empty corner. Third strategy is, if there are only 2 colors left, shoot them into the separate corners, and the game will give you what you need. These are what I call candle bubbles. They explode in a 2-bubble radius. So if, for instance, there are 2 rows of bubbles above a candle bubble, like this situation right here, you hit the candle bubble and all the supporting bubbles above also get disintegrated. Oops. Oops. When you have one color left, it generally gives you one color. The computer gives you one color. To shoot, your lightning bubbles, these destroy the row that they're on, but beware if they're in the middle of a row, because you don't know which way they're going to break. And sometimes two can be in the middle and both can break in one direction, leaving you with a lot of bubbles on the other side. So they don't always help, or they don't always clear an entire row. That's it really for strategy. So I can fast forward, I guess. There's also knowing that you can sort of wrap bubbles around, shoot them around the corner. Here I'm going to shoot to the left, to the top left at the oranges, around that purple bubble. Here I'm going to try to shoot to the top. Ricocheting is also a important technique. I don't know how I got 4 million points before. One thing to note is that, as in situations like this where you want to shoot straight up the middle, take those shots first, because at the beginning of every level the arrow or the shooter is reset to dead center, and getting back to dead center is kind of hard. So right here I'm off dead center, and when I get a green it's going to be challenging to shoot right up the middle. See, I couldn't do it. And I keep losing at lower and lower levels. I didn't know how to fast forward the video when I was editing the first take, where I got to 43. Round or level 43. Amateur hour, like I said. Okay, let's see if we can get dead center. There. The key to this level is shooting up the middle. There we go. On average, I get to 3 million, so I don't know what's up with the point count right now, because I'm not on course for 3 million when I get to the 20s. Here's what I call bridging, where you make 2 doubles and then wait to pop all 5 or 4 like this. I'm not in the millions point-wise yet. I don't know, but because there's shots like that, that's why. That is the exact shot that lost it for me. You had it. You had it. There you have it, folks. Thanks for watching.